Hi, it's me again. We are now playing as Luming Danger, the High Elf Ranger. Uh, it kind of actually rhymes. I didn't even consider that, but that's nice. I'm a big fan of all sorts of silly names, like as you can probably tell. I'm still playing on the normal mode that has 3 lives. Yes, what happened to Agrethen? He died on the 15th experience level for the first time. I think a bunch of Uruks killed him. Then I think the second time he died on the experience level 22. I had set up a macro incorrectly for, I think, teleportation, and for that reason I died. I couldn't teleport away. The third time I died, it was on the 23rd experience level. I misremembered the macro I gave to teleportation, so that's why I died. Yeah, so macros are a big deal. Really, get them correctly and remember them when it's a hectic game. So let's take a look at my character. I maxed out my dexterity. Yes, the female high elf ranger. I also maxed. Well, I put strength after that. However, high it let me after I got my dexterity maxed out. I'm not sure if it will let me go as high with the second attribute I quote-unquote max out. Anyway, the third, I didn't. I put wisdom at the lowest possible. It will. No, that's not right. I was considering putting it to the lowest it could go, but figured that I'd instead have a slightly little bit lower intelligence than maximum, and instead got 2 levels in wisdom. Charisma is as low as it will go. Constitution, I think, is the default. So let's look at my stats and my skills also. I should maybe distribute some of these points that I have remaining. I am currently maxed out on bow mastery. I am level 10 here. I am really thinking of going to the Orc Caves. That's the plan for this episode. Yeah, there might be. It might not be a very continuity-driven kind of a series, this one. Yes, I kind of warned that with this. Like, I couldn't even put it probably into understandable words, but still, I'm never probably going to get any other weapon, melee weapon specialization. What instead I am doing is, yeah, of course, bow mastery, but also some kind of magical abilities. I can now face door by pressing my numpad enter key. Numpad 0 fires an arrow at the nearest. It's the percent menu here. Invoke macro wizard. It's some kind of a shoot at, and whatever. You'll figure it out. It's pretty. Look at this. It's pretty human readable. Just remember, percent menu. That's your friend. Then I also have a macro for using the cure critical wounds. That's the plus on my numpad. Then the staff of teleportation is minus on my numpad, and the division key is for the as of yet one that. No, that's not what I wanted to do. As of yet one ability I don't have the aimed shot or whatever. There's also one that uses these flasks of oil, which I'll at some point have to give a macro also. The F4 key is bound to the word of recall, the one. It's kind of a weird button that is what I've put to represent these scrolls of identify. I use them a lot, so I wanted a macro for that, but nothing that I would accidentally press, maybe. Then I have a lot of arrows on me. Even this exclamation point and equal sign makes it so I'll pick them up from the ground when I pass over some that I've fired before, and the exclamation mark L, capital L, makes it so that if these arrows here run out, I'll instead swap to these. Hopefully that will work. I've never yet had the chance to test that out. I swapped out my initial weapon to the saber. It gives me 2 blows instead of the 1 that the longsword gave me, and 20 against all monsters. Pretty decent. Then I've used a whole bunch of gave a whole bunch of enchantments to my longbow. That's the times 3 here. I think. Should we try to look for the explanation here? Times. Yes, here. Ranged weapons all have a multiplier given in the first pair of round brackets, and the hit plus damage enchantments already known from normal melee weapons. The multiplier here, x3, means 2 things: how far you can shoot, and by how much the damage dealt by your arrow or shot or bolt, depending on the weapon type, will be multiplied. This means that enchanting a ranged weapon's damage is especially effective because plus damage bonus will also be multiplied by the weapon's factor. Example, it's extra effective. I also gave a whole bunch of enchant armors to my armors that I really tried to keep the weight of my armor below the, and this is an important number for any spellcasters. Well, your class's specific number here. For me it is 22 pounds. If I go over that, it will hinder my magic usage by a whole lot, I think. So I think I have even a little bit of extra, so if I get for example a set of gauntlets instead of leather gloves that are really good in some respect, I might be able to use them. I'm not actually sure if I have that much leeway. It's 2 pounds, that one. Those ones. Anyway, let's see if we can get an extermination order that we could try to do red jellies. I'll probably not be able to do that. We'll be able to get a good item from that if we did manage to do it, but I've never yet managed to do that. Staff of Summoning Your Mom. Exploration history, exploration reports. Ah, yes, this is this thing. We will not get as much of an exploration bonus from the Orc Cave, but it's fine. Exploration history. Now, this is what I want to look at. The Barrow Downs, by the way, starts from 50 feet depth. Every floor is 50 feet. I just use the numerical floor count, not the feet. I think it's more human readable that way. And it goes on to 17,050 feet. That's quite low. And the guardian of that is the White King. Whereas the Orc Caves start from 500 feet. That is the 10th floor. And stop at 1,150 feet. So the 23rd floor, I think. And the guardian of that is Atsok. That's actually lower than the Barrow Downs that it ends. So that's where we want to go. Maybe starting around like 10th level. I'm not exactly sure. Yeah. But it's nice that we can actually see here where they are. These are the coordinates for them. Yes, the Orc Cave is at 3125. 3125. I didn't remember to bring paper. By the way, I didn't. I'm not sure how my image is going to go here. Is it blocking that view? Probably not. It looks like that it's fine. Anyway, this is the main log. This is for chat and stuff like that. It's fine if it blocks it by a little bit. So 3125, right? Let's make doubly sure. Yeah, that's where we are going, and it's not north. Maybe it's different on here. By the way, we can walk through forests because we are the High Elf class. It's actually the High Elf class has a ludicrous experience penalty, but otherwise they are awesome. Especially, I think, for the Ranger, they have -3 to. Okay, that's an annoying monster. It made it so I couldn't run there. Oh well. Let's see how quickly I will die from this. And you... Ah, look at that. Somebody has some kind of a castle. Actually, is that somebody's? Yes, it's Virus's private store. They are selling really overpriced stuff, but oh well. A bit out of my price range. Besides, I didn't really even like the looks of some of those. It seems like it's starting to get to night. Oh well, we have a lot of light. So where are we currently? Capital M. We are at 3227. We passed. It's 3125 that we want to go. Let's wear our brass lantern. I only have 3 potions of cure critical wounds. Not as much as I would prefer, but it's what it is at this stage of the game. Where are we now? We are at 3128. We are going in... Wait. Oh, it's a little bit down, actually. Yeah. I think even one more down. Yeah. Hopefully we can actually find this entrance. It's... Oh, I didn't want to try going up. It might be difficult to find the entrance in this weather, well, at this time of the night. Oh, well, we'll travel around in circles for a bit. That never hurt anybody. Oh wow, this is huge. Have we even passed? Now we are still at the screen where we are hoping to oh no, we passed that. Well, we'll just have to remember that we have already looked at all those squares. Okay. Really annoying that it's now night. Survivor. Should have brought a door finding scroll. One. Stair/door location. 1. Something like that, anyway. Okay, and we'll continue there. By the way, I really neglected to give you an explanation of some of the most basic keyboard commands, like G to pick up an object, and W to wear an object, or wield, either or. And let's see, Q to quaff something, drink something, that is. And what else is there? T to take off an object and something. F to fire, although one would really use a macro for that wheel. Actually, fire. That's paladin there. Please, where is the entrance? Ah, there we go. Okay, are we ready? Not really, but 0 to fire, enter to face door, plus to cure myself, cure critical wounds. I'm just giving myself last minute kind of yes, and we never distributed our skills. Oh well, it's fine. We'll figure it out, maybe. And here we go. As you can see, my character auto picks up these ones, since it's it has that inscription on it. And I have the fire till kill mode even enabled, so I don't always need to be pressing the numpad 0 to fire at the nearest monster. So let's see here. I want to distribute my points in a relatively safe place. Your shooting speed with bows has become faster due to your training. That is excellent news. I think we'll get some more calmness. It makes it so we'll be able to shoot more probably, even if we are surrounded by, well, somebody is next to us. Yeah. There is a sensation of challenge. That's not actually good. There is an out-of-depth monster or monsters on here. I want to browse my beginner cantrips thing. I don't think I'll be going for the mana thrust, and the globe of light. I've never really liked that spell for whatever reason. Like, it's detect monsters could be nice, but sense hidden detects the traps in a certain radius around you. That's actually good. How about Ents potion? It fills up my stomach, boldens my heart. That could be good. It makes you heroic. We won't be needing to have all these satisfy hunger scrolls on us. Unless our book gets destroyed, which is very much a possibility. I think I want the sense hidden one. It could be nice for something like vaults. It is divination. We'll also be able to get the sense monsters if we do that. So divination. It is like 4 that we need for that. Nature, I think there's some healing spells. Those might be nice, but maybe I'll go with potions instead. It's fine. Although I do have the sneakiness thing here, and the suppose I don't have the disarm or whatever. Dodging. Ability to dodge various types of attacks requires light armor. The less your equipment is, and especially your backpack weighs, the better it works. Oh no, and I tend to be an item hoarder, so yeah, that's not going to work all that well for me. We have a surprisingly good amount of digging that we'll be able to, how quickly we'll be able to get that up. I don't know what the deal is with that. I may want to get 11 at in combat ASAP pretty much. That will help me identify all this junk that I get. Ranged though. So doesn't pseudo ID ranged weapons and ammunition faster at 11 plus. We can only get it to 10 on this combination. That's why I've not been getting it up, this archery skill, because getting skill in bow mastery also gets me a little bit in archery and even less in combat by doing that. I'm not sure how I want to spend my points. I do have the Also, I use the melee weapon sometimes, so it's not a horrible idea to get the some kind of a weapon. I suppose. I'm not sure. It's only plus 0.7 though. Arg, this. How about I just sit on my points and figure it out later? We are wasting our turns on our brass lantern. You feel very naive. There's a white potion here. Green speckled potion. At this stage of the game, I probably don't want to be quaffing any of those ones that I don't know about. Giant fruit flies. A whole bunch of those. And phantom warriors. Spectral creatures that are half real, half illusion. Are you going to feel the whole map? Fruit flies. Probably. I'm wasting all my ammunition to do this. How about I didn't? Maybe we'll instead... We'll never be able to kill all of these, I don't think. Okay, that orcish shaman or whatever is... Oh, I don't want to be here, actually. Necessarily. Ah, there we go. He's the Naga shaman, actually. He's one of the many weaker slave orcs. Often mistakenly known as a goblin. Yeah, well, I want my stuff, though. Could I please have my stuff? Hopefully I don't die from this. That would be a bit embarrassing, maybe. Okay, I'll just leave the rest of that stuff for the insect, the giant fruit flies to graze upon. We are slow -1. Is it because we are carrying so much? It could very well be. Let's drop the filthy rags. We don't need those. I want the 11 pseudo ID. ASAP, really. This is really nice, actually, that we can do this. I don't care about those arrows there, maybe. It's going to be really annoying. Oh, we had a really large, a really long explanation for those creatures. Again, we are slow -1. Wait. No, I misread. We don't have that at a penalty, that one. Let's destroy our soft studded leather. We don't need that one. It's not going to be very expensive. These...